Kwame Nkrumah was a Ghanaian politician, political theorist, and revolutionary. He was the first prime minister and president of Ghana, having led the Gold Coast to independence from Britain in 1957. An influential advocate of Pan-Africanism, Nkrumah was a founding member of the Organization of African Unity and winner of Lenin Peace Prize from the Soviet Union in 1962. Okay. Kwame Nkrumah was born on 21st September 1909 in Nkorofu, Gold Coast, now in Ghana. Nkorofu was a small village in Thema area in the far southwest of Gold Coast, close to the frontier with the French colony of the Ivory Coast. His father did not live with the family, but worked in Azin, where he pursued his goldsmith business until his death. Kwame Nkrumah was raised by his mother and his extended family, who lived together traditionally, with more distant relatives often visiting. He lived a carefree childhood spent in the village, in the brush, and on the nearby sea. The naming custom of the Akan people. He was given the name Kwame, the name given to male born on a Saturday. During his years as a student in the United States, though he was known as Francis Muya Kofi Nkrumah, Kofi being the name given to male born on Friday. He later changed his name to Kwame Nkrumah in 1945 in the United Kingdom, preferring the name Kwame. According to Ebenezer Obiri Ado, in his study of the future president, the name Nkrumah, a name traditionally given to a ninth child, indicates that Kwame probably held the place in the house of his father, who had several wives. His father, Opanyin Kofi Wiyan Ngoloma, came from Nkorofu, belonging to the Akan tribe of the Asona clan. Sources indicated that Koloman stayed at Takwa Nzoamen and dealt in goldsmith business. In addition, Ngoloma was respected for his wise counsel of those who sought his advice on traditional issues and domestic affairs. He died in 1927. Kwame was the only child of his mother. Nkrumah's mother sent him to the elementary school run by a Catholic mission at Azin, where he proved an adept student. A German Roman Catholic priest by the name of George Fisher was said to have profoundly influenced his elementary school education. Although his mother, whose name was Elizabeth Nyaniba, born in 1876 and died in 1979, later stated his year of birth was 1912. Nkrumah wrote that he was born on 21st September 1909. Nyaniba, who held from Zuame and belongs to the Agona family, was a fishmonger and petty trader when she married his father. 8 days after his birth, his father named him as Francis Nwea Kofi, after a relative, but later his parents named him as Francis Kwame Nkhuruma. He progressed through the 10-year elementary program in 8 years. By about 1925, he was a student teacher in the school and had been baptized into the Catholic faith. While at the school, he was noticed by the Reverend Alec Garden Fraser, principal of the government training college, soon to become Achimota School, in the Gold Coast capital, Accra. Fraser arranged for Nkhuruma to train as a teacher at his school. Here, Columbia educated Deputy Headmaster Kwegir Agri exposed him to the ideas of Marcus Garvey and W.E.B. Du Bois. Agri, Fraser, and others at Achimota taught that there should be close cooperation between the races in governing the Gold Coast. But Nkhuruma, echoing Garvey, soon came to believe that only when the black race governed itself could there be harmony between the races. After obtaining his teacher's certificate from the Prince of Wales College at Achimota in 1930, Nkhuruma was given a teaching post at the Roman Catholic Primary School in Elimina in 1931, and after a year there, was made headmaster of the school at Axim. In Axim, he started to get involved in politics and founded the Nzima Literary Society. In 1933, he was appointed a teacher at the Catholic seminar at Amisano. Although the life there was strict, he liked it and considered becoming a gist. Nkhuruma had journalist and future Nigerian President Nnamdi Azikiwe speak while a student at Achimota. The two men met, and Azikiwe's influence increased Nkhruma's interest in black nationalism. The young teacher decided to further his education. Azikiwe had attended Lincoln University, a historically black college in Chester County, Pennsylvania, west of Philadelphia. And he advised Nkhuruma to enroll there. Nkhuruma, who had failed the entrance examination for London University, gained funds for the trip and his education from relatives. He traveled by way of Britain, where he learned, to his outrage, of Italy's invasion of Ethiopia, one of the few independent African nations. He arrived in the United States in October 1935. According to historian John Henry Clark, in his article on Nkhuruma's American sojourn, The influence of the 10 years that he spent in the United States will have a lingering effect on the rest of his life. Nkrumah had sought entry to Lincoln University some time before he began his studies there. On 1st March 1935, he sent the school a letter noting that his application had been pending for more than a year. When he arrived in New York in October 1935, he traveled to Pennsylvania, where he enrolled despite lacking the funds